From our nation's capital, Major League Soccer's original rivalry renews this Sunday afternoon. Red Bulls fans have made the drive down I-95 to RFK Stadium in hopes of seeing Bradley Wright Phillips keep up his scoring ways against DC United next. Welcome to MLS Soccer Sunday, presented by Audi. From stormy RFK Stadium, we expect to get this one in between DC United and the New York Red Bulls, two teams trying to climb the charts in the Eastern Conference. The Red Bulls trying to keep pace with New York City FC and Toronto FC near the top of the standings. DC United trying to get back above the red line and into that playoff position. From RFK Stadium, Jonathan Yardley and Taylor Twellman with you. Taylor, these teams right now feel like they're playing their best soccer of the season, but they get it done in very different ways.
They really do, Jonathan. When you look at the home team, DC United, they struggle to score goals, and I think Ben Olsen will get into this in a little bit, but they brought in some new acquisitions to address that. For the New York Red Bulls, it's been a tale of two seasons, because when you look at the first 7 games of the year, this is the Supporter Shield winners of last year, but the way they crashed out of the playoffs, there was cause for concern. Only one win in their first 7 games. They struggled scoring goals. Their 2 best players going forward really had some issues. But it was the game May 13th here that they lost to DC United where all of a sudden it changed. Now you look at the last 18 games, this team has been absolutely on fire. Bradley Wright Phillips, Sasha Klushin, and the New York Red Bulls under Jesse Marsch look a lot like the Supporter Shield winners of a year ago.
The New York Red Bulls line up that 4-2-3-1. They've used a lot of combinations at the back. Colin and Zubar have been very good lately. Who else are you looking at?
Yeah, it's the 2 young players. I think Alex Mule, how does he deal with Taylor Kemp? Bauman forward, he brings great energy to this. A big concern, Dax McCarty's injured. How do you deal with that? Sean Davis, tactically very smart, good passer of the ball. Those 2 have to be very good today in a big rivalry game here in D.C.
On the DC United side of things, they're still waiting for that new stadium to open, so they're not spending a lot of money on players. They're last in the league in terms of spending, but Taylor still very smart in terms of who they got and how they can impact this team.
Yeah, they're pragmatic, Jonathan. They have to. You have to give Ben Olsen and his staff a ton of credit. They're not going to spend money outside of Major League Soccer, but they're going to go get reinforcements. I think Patrick Mullins addresses an issue. He brings new energy as a number 9 up front. He scored goals with the University of Maryland, so he's had success in this local area. Lloyd Sam brings a little bit more dynamic play out wide and a better final ball, something they lack. Nick Bo and Anike coming off the bench brings some space. But here's the real thing for this DC United. 4-1-4-1. Tactically, they made a change. 2 key players. Taylor Kemp loves to go forward. I think today he may stay at home a little bit and bait the New York Red Bulls to come forward and open up that space in behind for Niarco, and then Marcelo cleans up all 50-50 balls, second balls, and really gives Boswell and Birdbaum some real support in front of them defensively.
2 teams that have met more than any others in MLS history. It's the latest edition of the Atlantic Cup. DC and New York kick off when we come back. Shipping it forward for Morgan. Around Bartusiak. What an absolutely spectacular goal. He finds Will Bruin. Will Bruin with a terrific finish past Luis Robles. And Houston conjures up the perfect response. Back post, Dom Dwyer puts it away. Kansas City has the breakthrough, and Dom Dwyer has the acrobatics to match.
One of the first coherent attacks for Philadelphia this half. Chipped in, tie game. Chris Pontius does it again. Here's Bradley Wright Phillips. Here's New York in front. BWP.
Sarvis steps, fires, and gets DC right back in the game.
Right now, Jonathan, you're 100% correct. DC United's got all the momentum, and New York's on their heels defensively.
Birnbaum kept it alive. Tie game. Patrick Mullins got it to go. 2-2 in DC. It is Felipe. It is spectacular to the top corner. 4-3 New York.
I would say that Maddox is kind of the perfect foil. He's more north to south directional.
Here's Adi. He has Maddox lurking right behind him. Layoff Shots deflected. Willis stopped it, and the rebound is cleared. Houston living dangerously.
That's a great idea from Ben Zemanski. Don't go near post. Look to see if you can push it far post. You keep it on frame, you find the back of the net. If Willis comes out with a save, unless he holds on to it, there's going to be secondary runs at the back six. That's exactly what happens. Ani Baba, right place, right time, proactive defending near the end line once again.
Beasley and Powell battling. And they do call a foul for a Portland free kick as we go back and look at the Timbers' last chance.
Watch Zemanski. First of all, he just flicks the ball through, continues his run. Adi makes him available, pings it back across, looks for the deflection. As it goes off the leg of Rodriguez, Willis is able to kind of get somewhat of a kick save. Ani Baba turns. He's not sure what's to his left. Height, width, and distance. Get that ball away from the front of his goal.
Well, you hear the buzzing. Timbers Army trying to rev up their team's offense. Valeri delivers. Headed through the box. Taylor sends back in. Houston able to clear. Wenger, good start to find Garcia. Bruin is onside down the right side of the penalty area. He's got one man at the back post. Too high for the charging Alex. End to end we go as Valeri collects.
Yeah, and Boniek Garcia made the wrong decision with that ball. He's got to play him in, not wide.
Here's Maddox looking for Adi. David Horst was there. It's really opening up now. Valeri. Beasley dispossessed him and gets it clear. All kinds of space in the midfield. Chara and Zemanski didn't have the chance to close anybody down.
Some great decision making from the Houston Dynamo, playing themselves out of pressure. Calm, cool, composed, defending from DeMarcus Beasley. A little dip of the shoulder and good string of passing possession right now for Houston.
Rough touch from Wenger, and it's out off of Ricardo Clark.
You get to the final 30 minutes of a game, you start thinking about Caleb Porter, the adjustments he can make. He's already made one without having to burn a substitution. That's taking Darren Maddox up top with Fernando Adi. At times, I think it'll look a little bit more like a diamond. You'll allow Chara, Zemanski to pick and choose when to step up. Valeri's gone a little bit more to that right-hand side. Milano's tucked inside. A little bit higher on that left. But a smart in-game decision from Caleb Porter without having to burn that substitution.
Portland, though, is getting caught when the ball turns over with 5 guys high. And this has kind of been the problem at times with Portland. The back 5 and the front 5 get separated.
Yeah, you give up those 2 goals and you're down at the halftime break. You're going to have to pick and choose risk versus reward. See how the next 5 or so minutes play out with this particular look, but I would imagine Caleb's thinking in the back of his mind right now, if it doesn't work, he's going to start to bring in guys that he thinks could be different makers, which potentially could make that adjustment back to a kind of a hybrid of a 4-3-3.
Clark tried to dribble through 2, wasn't the right decision. Zemanski comes away with the ball. Neat footwork by Maddox to get away from Rodriguez. Looking for Valeri, and his pass was read easily by Beasley. You can hear the frustration around Providence Park. Brian, if you're in the other dugout, if you're Wade Barrett, do you make any reaction to Caleb Porter's adjustment?
No, not right now. I think the structure already deals with that perfectly in the 4-1-4-1. Colin Warner sits, looks to take away the passing lanes. He can also play what's in front of him. Any secondary run coming out of the midfield, he knows his responsibility.
Houston trying to play out through Garcia. Neat move to get it to Warner. Bruin is onside again with only Borchers defending. To his left foot, goes low near post, and Jake Gleason able to read it.
A little shimmy, a little shake. He's isolated with Borchers. He's underrated in his ability to create those little glimpses of daylight. As he dips right, Borchers takes away that near post, but as he cuts back across.
Great ball through. Here's Milano. Portland's right back in it. What a run from Milano. What a pass from the Maestro Valeri.